Let's take a moment and pray. Father, as we gather tonight, Father, we thank you for your grace and your mercy and all your blessings. We thank you for the gift of salvation. Father, thank you for the place that we live, Miller, South Dakota. Father, Father, thank you for the blessing of just being able to live here. And Father, I humbly ask that you would give each one of us the wisdom to be good stewards of what you have given us. Father, I lift up the city council and the mayor as they meet to discuss the city business tonight. Father, I ask that you would give them wisdom as they discharge their duties. Father, I pray for the city employees. I pray for the construction workers around town as they finish up this season's construction work. Father, I pray that you would keep them all safe. And Father, the people that are driving past, like myself, that you would keep us vigilant. Father, again, I humbly ask for wisdom for the council and for the mayor. And Father, I thank you for the blessing that you've given us of living here. And in your Son's name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Call the meeting to order.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would, after looking over the agenda, I'd entertain a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll second it.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion is made and seconded to approve tonight's agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. The minutes, previous meetings can be found on pages 1 through 4. Starting on page 1, it was October 7th, and then on page 4, that was the October 15th special meeting.
I move to approve the minutes.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion has been made and second to approve the minutes from their previous meetings. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. New business,
Public input.
or public input, I'm sorry. Nobody? Okay, thank you for that. New business,
Couple things for
okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
public input. Two things actually. Firstly, I had a few people ask me, and I guess I'm also curious. Are we putting decals on the new police car?
There aren't any? Oh,
There aren't any now, but I was assuming, wasn't that part of, I know the,
Well, I thought so, but it's been quite a while, and so
Yeah.
I was also then curious after I was asked about it.
okay, well, Ted will be back tomorrow. I was in contact with him regarding another matter, and I know he's having a procedure done, so he'd be back tomorrow so we can ask him at that time.
Okay.
So I know they were doing when they talked about the getting the car ready, I was just under the assumption that they were gonna get the outer decals too.
But there is a plan to do that, and that.
I
that is the
haven't,
plan,
I'm
or
not gonna commit to that.
we
I always
okay.
thought when we did that, it was the price was for the car, the stuff on the inside, and then the wrap on the outside. So, but I do know the person that installs the radios does not wrap it.
Yep.
So,
Okay, we'll find out.
Okay. The other issue is, I had a person come to me again for the umpteenth time this year about their property. And it's one we've dealt with all summer. And I don't know what to tell the person, so Because I tell them we're working on it, I tell them we've gone to code enforcing, I tell them it's been moved to abatement. None of it seems to make any difference or actually come to fruition. And so I don't know what I'm supposed to say to them.
Okay, and I'm not sure what party you dealt with it, but I know myself, Gail and Landon, sat down and visited with the, our, what do I want to
Code
call him?
enforcer,
Code
yeah.
enforcer, and, he wanted permission to move forward with, some property, whether or not that's the same property you're talking about, but we are moving forward, I know, with regard to,
Abatements?
abatement. Yes,
Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome. And I appreciate Cindy lining up, and Gail too, for, lining up the phone conversation we had, so, we have that, okay? Anything else? Okay, I'm without my glasses, for a while, so I'm not gonna try to read through the first four, because the numbers give me a little bit of an issue, so I've asked Susan to, read through, the first readings of the, ordinance, number, 756, 757, 758, and 759. Tonight, they will be read only, no voting on, and then if no changes, next meeting, we will have, reading by title only, and if no changes, then we'll, vote on them at that time. So, the first reading tonight for the ordinance number 756, water rates for fiscal years 25 can be found starting on page 5.
Okay. Ordinance number 756, an ordinance for the purpose of amending the revised ordinance of the City of Miller, South Dakota, number 752, to provide for amending the water rate to be charged by the Miller Municipal Water System. Be it ordained by the Common Council of the City of Miller, South Dakota, that the city fee schedule listing water rates be amended as follows. Rates. Rate to be charged to customers be amended as follows. Residential rate is $4.25 per 1,000 gallons. The base fee will be $26. The debt service surcharge for the water tower is $3.94. The debt service surcharge for Phase 1 is $8. The debt service surcharge for Phase 2 is $5.60. The debt service surcharge for Phase 3 is $2. The debt service surcharge for Phase 4 is $7.15. The debt service surcharge for Phase 4 is $2.20. The total rate is $54.89. Residential rate, no base fee, and that is $4.25 per 1,000 gallons. Commercial rate, $4.25 per 1,000 gallons. Base fee, according to meter size, 5/8 to 1 inch base fee, is $40.71. Debt service surcharge water tower is $3.94. Debt service surcharge Phase 1 is $8. Debt service surcharge Phase 2, $5.60. Debt service surcharge Phase 3, $2. Debt service surcharge Phase 4, $7.15, with a total rate of $69.60.
There's one
Susan, may
more.
I interrupt quick? Yeah, there's one
There's
more
another one
surcharge
on
on
here?
page
Yeah.
2.
Top of the page.
Oh, at the top, okay, all right. Debt service surcharge Phase 4, $2.20. Thank you, everybody. Then 1.5 base fee is $48.03. Debt service surcharge water tower is $3.94. Debt service surcharge Phase 1 is $8. Debt service surcharge Phase 2 is $5.60. Debt service surcharge Phase 3 is $2. Debt service surcharge Phase 4 is $7.15. Debt service surcharge Phase 4 is $2.20 for a total of $76.92. Second base fee is $55.34. Debt service surcharge for water tower is $3.94. Debt service surcharge for Phase 1 is $8. Debt service surcharge for Phase 2 is $5.60. Debt service surcharge Phase 3 is $2. Debt service surcharge Phase 4 is $7.15. Debt service surcharge Phase 4 is $2.20 for a total of $84.23. Then the 3-inch base fee is $84.69. Debt service surcharge for water tower is $3.94. Debt service surcharge Phase 1 is $8. Debt service surcharge Phase 2 is $5.60. Debt service surcharge for Phase 3 is $2. Debt service surcharge for Phase 4 is $7.15. Debt service surcharge for Phase 4 is $2.20, for a total of $113.58. Commercial water rate, no base fee, is $4.25 per 1,000 gallons. This ordinance should be in full force and effect so as to commence and include all water billings beginning with water usage for the month of December 2024. Tom McGowan, Mayor.
Yep. Okay, and just for clarification, depending on if you're residential versus out of commercial, then also the size of the pipe going into the property, which, how much money is going to be assessed, so. And each of these surcharges are part of the mandate with regard to the loan. I mean, we have to do that, and what we try to do, and correct me if I'm wrong, is try to compensate the other end of it with regard to how much is charged, to, so, you know, kind of keep that household payment in, try to keep in line a little bit, so,
Okay?
go ahead.
All right, ordinance number 757. An ordinance for the purpose of amending the revised ordinance of the City of Miller, South Dakota, number 722, to provide for amending the sewer rate to be charged by the Miller Municipal Sewer System. Be it ordained by the Common Council of the City of Miller, South Dakota, that the city fee schedule listing sewer rates be amended as follows. Number 1, rates. Rates to be charged to customers be amended as follows. Residential sewer rate, base rate is $26. Debt service surcharge Phase 1 is $18.75. Debt service surcharge for Phase 2 is $10.60. Debt service surcharge for Phase 3 is $10.85. Debt service surcharge for Phase 4 is $3.70, for a total rate of $69.90. The commercial sewer rate, base fee is $26. Debt service surcharge Phase 1 is $18.75. Debt service surcharge Phase 2 is $10.60. Debt service surcharge Phase 3 is $10.85. Debt service surcharge Phase 4 is $3.70, for a total rate of $69.90. Commercial accounts using over 6,000 gallons of water per month add $1 per 1,000. This ordinance should be in full force and effect so as to commence and include all sewer billings beginning with sewer usage for the month of December 2024. Tom McGowan, Mayor. Ordinance number 758. An ordinance for the purpose of amending the revised ordinance of the City of Miller, South Dakota, number 747, to provide for amending the electrical rate to be charged by the city municipal electrical system. Be it ordained by the Common Council of the City of Miller, South Dakota, that the city fee schedule listing electrical rates be amended as follows. Number 1, rates. Rates to be charged to customers be amended as follows. Residential rate, $18.90 base fee plus. Do I have to talk about the crossed out? No. Okay. Energy charge. All kilowatt hours is 0.469. Debt service surcharge 2020 bonds, all kilowatt hours is 0.484 for a total of 0.0953. Commercial rate, $12.59 base fee plus energy charge, all kilowatt hours is 0711. Debt service surcharge, 2020 bonds, all kilowatt hours is 0.0658 for a total of 0.1369. Large power, $10.10 base fee plus energy charge, all kilowatt hours, 0.0441. Demand charge, all kilowatt hours is $5.35. Debt service surcharge, 2020 bonds, is $12.95, all kilowatt hours, for a total of $18.30. Municipal rate, $6.32 base fee plus energy charge. And that's, okay, here it is. All kilowatt hours, 0.0715. Debt service surcharge, 2020 bonds, all kilowatt hours is 0.595 for a total of 1.1310. Street lighting, $1.25 base fee plus energy charge, all kilowatt hours is 0.0953. Debt service surcharge, 2020 bonds, 0.0235. For a total of 0.1188. Security lights, customer meter, $7.28. City meter, $12.13. This ordinance should be in full force and effect so as to commence and include all electrical billings beginning with electric usage for the month of December 2024.
And again, the rates went up because our rates went up. That was to help offset the rates charged. Okay,
Okay, let me look here and make sure I'm where I ought to be.
okay, on this,
Is 11 on just one page? It is, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay,
Now, if I may, and I know.
Okay.
Ordinance, that should be on your, it says 755, that should be 759. Okay? Then on the bottom, towards the bottom left, it says the total of 2023, that should be 2025. Now, the change has been made for the information posted that is online, but for our informational purposes,
I think we're gonna do this.
just note that the
Okay,
numerical change, yes.
all right. Okay, ordinance number 759, 2025 appropriation ordinance. Governmental funds. 10400 unassigned funds. General fund is 216,000. Capital improvements is 33,750. 31000 taxes. General fund is 1,583,500. Gross receipts tax is 55,000. 32000 licenses and permits. General fund is 7,550. 33000 intergovernmental revenue. General fund is 143,300. Capital improvements is 1,006,250. Charge, 34000 charges for goods and services. General fund is 30,500. 36000 miscellaneous revenue. General fund is 83,300. Gross receipts tax fund 211 is 300. Total means of finance. General fund is $2,064,150. Gross receipts tax fund 211 is $55,300. Capital improvements is $1,040,000. Governmental funds, 41000 general government. Okay, we have 41101 council, $46,250. 41105 contingency, $25,000. 41301 elections, $2,200. 41401 attorney, $10,000. 41402, Finance, $111,940. 41902, Building, $30,320. Total general government is $225,710. 421000, Public Safety. 42101, Police, $463,580. 42201, Fire, $40,950. 42301, Code Enforcement, $5,500. 42901, Civil Defense, $1,000. Total Public Safety is $511,030. Total, 43000, Public Works. 43101 Street is $986,780. 43501 Airport is $32,000, and capital improvements, we have $1,040,000. Total Public Works is $1,018,780. Total capital improvements is $1,040,000. 4000 Health and Welfare. 499 or 900 Health and Welfare, $8,050. Total Health and Welfare is $8,050. 45000 Culture and Recreation. 45101 Ballpark, $50,150. 45103 Pool, $90,110. Gross Receipts Tax Fund is $10,000. 45202 Park, $72,120. Total Culture and Recreation, $212,380, and gross receipts tax is $10,000. 46000 Conservation and Development. 46303 Zoning is General Fund $200. 46501 Economic Development, General Fund is $67,000. 46501 Community Center is $44,000. And then 46503 Promotion of City, $1,000. For total conservation and development, $68,200 for general fund, and gross receipts tax fund is $44,000. 48000 capital outlay, 48500 resolution number 2024-13, $20,000. Total 2025 appropriations for general fund, it's $2,064,150. Gross receipts tax is $54,000, and capital improvements is $1,040,000. Cash retained for general fund, 0. For grocery tax fund, it's $1,300, and for capital improvements, 0. Proprietary and fiduciary funds. We have the Water Fund 602, Electric Fund 603, and Sewer Fund 605. Beginning restrictive cash in Water Fund is $14,335. Estimated revenue from Water Fund, it's $2,666,000. From the Electric Fund, it's $2,470,600. From Sewer Fund, it's $1,027,000. Total available is Water Fund is $2,680,335. Electric Fund is $2,470,600. And Sewer Fund is $1,027,000. Less appropriations expenses is for Water Fund, it's $2,680,300 $680,335. For the electric fund, it's $2,397,791. Sewer fund is $1,006,635. Cash retained, we have for the water fund, it's 0. For the electric fund, it's $72,809. Sewer fund, it's $20,365.
Okay,
Okay,
separately? Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve the first reading.
Quick question, do we have to have a water department listed under Public Works? We have street and airport, I'm not there's no water?
Water is a proprietary fund, so that's at the bottom.
Okay, so that's just in the proprietary.
Everything from, let me show you, where it says total 2025 appropriations,
Mm-hmm,
that $2 million, everything above that is general fund.
okay,
And then your water, electric, sewer is listed below.
okay,
Okay.
there's,
Okay.
sounds good.
Now, to backtrack a little bit, we'll approve the first reading separately of each one of these, so entertain a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 756 with regard to water sewer rates.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carries. Number 2, first reading of ordinance number 757 sewer rates for fiscal year 25.
I'll make a motion to approve that, 757.
Okay,
Second.
discussion? Hearing none, motion is made and second to approve ordinance number 757. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Motion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 758 with regard to the electric rate fiscal year 25.
So move.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion is made and second to approve the first reading of ordinance number 758 of electrical rates for fiscal years 225. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Motion to approve the reading of ordinance number 759, the 2025 appropriations.
I'll make a motion to approve number 759, 2025 appropriations.
I'll second.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion has been made in a second to approve the ordinance number 759 for the 2025 appropriations. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. On page 12 is resolution number 2024-13, capital outlay accumulations. Do you want to go ahead and read that too, Susan, if you'd
Oh.
like to?
Okay, that's fine. Okay, resolution number 2024-13. A resolution establishing capital outlay accumulations for general fund equipment replacement. Whereas the City Council of the City of Miller, South Dakota has determined that the replacement of certain pieces of equipment is necessary to properly serve the City of Miller, and whereas SDCL 9-21-14.1 authorizes the municipality to establish a capital outlay accumulation account for the purposes of purchasing said equipment, and whereas, as required by SDCL 9-21-14.2, the purpose and maximum amount of this accumulation must be clearly stated, and whereas the City Council of the City of Miller acknowledges that according to SDCL 9-21-14.2, these accumulated amounts must be expended within 60 months from the date of resolution establishing said accumulation, and any accumulated funds deemed no longer necessary shall revert to the general fund. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Miller, South Dakota, that a capital outlay accumulations account be established, and that the finance officer is hereby authorized and directed to budget and accumulate $20,000 per annum for street equipment, beginning with the 2025 appropriations from the general fund, dated this 21st day of October, 2024.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the first reading of resolution number 2024-13.
Second.
Discussion. Hearing none, motion has been made and seconded to approve resolutions number 2024-13. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Okay, then we go on to the funding requests. Now, you see on page 13, those are the funds that were allocated on last year with regarding the request. And fund requested for 2025 is on there too, so.
Well, we just voted to approve the on-hand one already, so that's kind of already done at 67,000, correct?
Emily, our auditor, likes to see them like how I have as an example in the attachment where I outline that new business donation requests. She likes to see the motion and the donation specifically in the minutes, what it is you're giving each entity.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you lump them all together though?
No,
We gotta have a motion for each one.
For each
I have a
one.
motion for each one.
Okay.
We changed the on-hand one though, correct?
To 67.
Okay, so we gotta. But all the other figures are correct from what our budget appropriation is?
Yes. So the 67,000 and the 2,750, that is actually built into our appropriations for the general fund for 2025. The second two donation requests are just utility credits on their electric lines, on their utility bills. So the McWhorter House is requesting 1,100 and Hand in Hand is requesting 5,000 utility credit. So you're not gonna see it directly reflected in the appropriations ordinance that we just read. And those two figures are not coming out of the general fund. They'd be coming out of the electric.
Okay.
But we still have to make a motion to recognize
For each one of those.
for each
I'll
one
make
of
a
them.
motion to donate $67,000 to on-hand development.
I'll second it.
Discussion? Hearing none, motion has been made with regard to donating set amount for economic development, and that number again was 67,000. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Make a motion to give Wheels and Meals $2,750.
Second?
Discussion? Hearing none, motion has been made and second to allocate $2,750 to Wheels and Meals. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Make a motion to give the McWhorter House Museum $1,100 in electric utility credits.
Second.
Second, has motion and second to give utility credit in the amount of $1,100 to McWhorter House Museum. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Make a motion to give Hand in Hand Daycare $5,000 in electric utility credits.
Second?
Discussion? Hearing none, motion has been made and second to give utility credit to Hand in Hand in the amount of $5,000. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Okay. You can either,
Make a motion to approve the bills.
okay,
Second?
discussion. Hearing none, motion is made and second to approve the bills submitted. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Okay, entertain a motion to go into executive session for
Do you wanna,
first.
do you wanna do 9 in executive session, or do you wanna do that before we go to executive session?
We're gonna review a specific contract,
Okay,
so we'll do it after.
okay. Make a motion to move to executive session.
Second.
Y'all have a good evening.
Yep, thank you very much,
you.
too. You have a good
You
evening,
too.
too. Okay, motion is made a second, executive session. We're in executive session. 7:33. 7:33.